I'm Philip Duncan with a special update on Super Typhoon Hagibis and the 5-day outlook for New Zealand with a subtropical low coming early next week. But we kick off with the typhoon heading towards Japan, in fact, heading towards Tokyo itself. Here's the latest satellite imagery, and with the overnight imagery you can see the main centres a little more clearly. This is Tokyo right here. Tens of millions of people live in this area, and the storm with its perfect eye is heading directly towards that area. Now, it is going to weaken a little bit. It's a super typhoon when we made this video, but it is going to weaken a little bit as it heads in this weekend, but it is still a major system. Central air pressure at the moment down around 920 hectopascals. That's pretty deep. So ST stands for Super Typhoon. It loses that super status, but it's still a major storm as it comes in, X-storm as it heads off away from Japan in the next day or so. But look at Tokyo. It is right in the firing line of this system on Saturday night. Now, it might jog a little bit to the left or the right, to the west or the east, but either way, Tokyo is definitely in the firing line for this system. So what does that mean? Well, this is 9 a.m. Saturday. As you can see, it is coming in. Heavy rain you can see in the pink colouring there, and the isobars, the black lines on the screen, the closer they get together, the stronger the winds are. So the worst winds clearly around the centre of the storm. That's 9 a.m. on Saturday. Here is 9 p.m. Saturday, coming right in towards Tokyo. So even if it jogs a little bit to the left or the right, you can see that this is a major storm coming in for them, and many other prefectures are affected by this system. Now look at the rainfall totals. This is quite significant. Tokyo there, and just off to the west, you're right down here, 400 millimeters of rain around the sort of Mount Fuji area, and also further down the coastline towards Nagoya. So this is a significant system. Landslides, flooding, and then of course you've got coastal storm surge. Look at this. Now this might be a little sort of hard to read at first, but this is Tokyo in here, and the colouring, this is the wave heights coming in, and we are right down in the extreme level. We're talking sort of 10 plus extra meters on top of the high tides. This is on Sunday morning, so high tide at 4:29 in the morning in Tokyo on Sunday. That's around about the time the centre of this storm will be coming right in with these exceptionally large waves and storm surges. So this definitely is a major system coming in for Japan. The good news is it does clear away quite quickly. It's gone by Monday, based on the latest modelling. Let's go to New Zealand now, and we've got a bit of an interesting system here. If my geography teacher was still alive, Mr. Whitehouse, he would love this map. It's got a cold front, a warm front, and an occluded front. And that was what I learnt in geography at high school. It was the first thing we learnt about. So a couple of thunderstorms mostly out at sea as that front tracking across the North Island on Friday, and that low, it is weakening as we head in towards the weekend. So Saturday looks like this. There is that cold front with the thunderstorms I mentioned out at sea. It is very slowly moving off the North Island. The cloud might linger and a couple of showers as well, but there's a little slither of high pressure trying to come in. The low is still there. It's a very similar setup on Saturday, but it is weakening further, and down here in Southland you're getting a couple of degrees back into your temperatures, and on Sunday you get a few more degrees coming back into your temperatures with mostly dry weather and northerly winds now. It's still not overly warm, but you're getting there, put it that way. Low pressure is still out to the west, high pressure somewhat over the North Island. The winds are light, a couple of showers around, otherwise it is fairly settled. Now as we go into next week, things get a little more interesting. The low in the Tasman Sea continues to weaken, but further north, in the North Tasman Sea / subtropics, we've got another low coming in, and it's deepening quite quickly. Now there is a chance of localised gale force winds in the upper North Island on Monday afternoon, and some heavy rain around Northland as well. Elsewhere it's mild, and down in Southland and Otago, subtropical nor'easters return after your wintry end to the week this week. You got a warm start to next week. That's the positive. On Tuesday the low deepens even further based on the current modelling. This is going to move around a little bit, so don't completely lock it in just yet. You can take a look at the weather maps on our website and app over the weekend. It'll help make more sense of it. Heavy rain coming into the eastern side, strong to gale force winds going around it. That's why this has the potential to be classed as a storm. But further south, nor'easters, drizzle patches and a bit of cloud. Sunny on the west coast, sunny down in Southland and much of central Otago as well. And our final map is for Wednesday, with the low now weakening. Southerly change or a southwest change coming in. It's still a bit windy around the north of New Zealand. The south still pretty much on the outer edges of it. Nothing too much going on. And as we go towards the rest of next week, westerly winds. They are dominating. That is all from me. We'll have special updates on Typhoon Hagibis in our news section on our website and our free app, so please do check that as we go through the next 24 to 48 hours. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. We'll see you on Monday.